What's happening, guys? This is Mike at Mike's Little Dragon Channel. Today we are going to look at the solicitations that Marvel and DC are giving us for the month of April. This is February, so they have the solicitations coming out for April. So if you thumb through these catalogs, you see anything you like, anything you want to subscribe to, jump on, jump off, you can let your shop know. And I'm going to go through these catalogs here and talk about what grabs my eye, what I seem to be interested in, what I'm going to drop, what I'm going to pick up, or whatever. So right here we have Marvel on the cover. We're going to do Marvel first. We've got Spider-Man and Superman. This is going to be, I believe this is a celebration of the 50th anniversary of the initial crossover, or initial meeting back in the day. So we have a list of all the different covers, of which there are millions and millions of. So I'm definitely going to be picking this up. Probably going to pick up all of these crossover covers because they look so cool. So I'll be picking this up. And then this is the Spider-Man Superman one. And at a later date, there will be a Superman Spider-Man one. So you'll have plenty to choose from. So you've got Golden Age Superman, Spider-Man Noir, a Greg Capullo, a Mark Bagley, with peak 90s foes, Cardiac, and don't remember what this guy's name is right here. Oh my God, I can't think of it right now. I'm drawing a blank. But I know he was like a childhood friend of Clark Kent's or whatever, and he was a villain that they introduced in the 90s. So I guess that's why they have him and also other 90s villain Cardiac right here. Then you've got the Peach, Ryan Stegman. You've got a Eric Larson one here with cyborgs, but I hate that. I know it's really petty, but I'll always hate that they call this cyborg Spider-Man because he's not a cyborg. This is just, he got his ass kicked in a storyline, and a scientist basically just put this it's not even a robot, it's like a cast. They put this cast on his arm to help heal it. And they put that on there because his mask was torn. So he's not a cyborg right here. He just has some shit on him. But I get that that's why it's known as. So Ultimate Wolverine, I'm passing on this. Ultimates, yeah, I've been reading this from the start. It's coming down to an end here, like most of the Ultimate Universe is. Ultimate Endgame coming to an end. I'll be picking that up. Ultimate Universe finale. I guess this is going to be like a big epilogue for the storyline. Going to try and wrap everything up. I'm sure they'll have some sort of, it'll be some sort of anthology issue where you'll have a brief tour of the Ultimate Universe with a spotlighting of a variety of characters. Venom, I'm back on this book again. Amazing Spider-Man, I'll be picking this up. But see, I wonder why Charles Soule is writing this. I wonder if he's going to be, I see he's listed here as the writer. I wonder if he's going to be the new writer here. I kind of like what Al Ewing's doing. So, but we will see about that. It looks like these Venom and Amazing Spider-Man are piggybacking off each other, so you kind of are on the hook for following Venom or Spider-Man. If you're not reading one or the other, you're kind of on the hook this time. Amazing Spider-Man Spider-Versity. So this looks like, what do we have here? Miles Morales, Spider-Gwen, Silk, Ariana, Spider-Boy, and Spider-Girl have one thing in common. They aren't ready, according to former Spider-Man Norman Osborn. So he and Spider-Woman are going to train them to meet the next threat. The only way Green Goblin knows how, because the next threat might well be the Green Goblin. So basically, it's looking like you're having Norman Osborn is going to be mentoring these Spider characters here. I'll probably be passing on that. Although I do like this Todd Knock variant right here. That looks super fun. Captain Marvel. Pass on it. Wonder Man. I'll probably be picking this up. I still got to get around to watching that TV show. I've heard it's super good. Sentry, pass. Eternals, pass. Web of Venom, pass on this. What do we have? What is it? Ooh, let's read what the description says. This is an even newer symbiote. A newer symbiote wearing hero on the scene, sporting the red and blue Spider-Man. Spidey-inspired look on the streets of Earth 616, and it's not Mary Jane, it's not Eddie Parker. But it is someone who Peter knows. Yeah, I'll be passing on that. I'm about symbioted out. Rage of Doom, Doom 2099, pass. Daredevil, I'm going to be picking this up. Alias, Red Band, I'll be passing on it. Wolverine, Weapons of Armageddon. I'm liking what Chip Zdarsky's doing in Captain America, so I'll be picking it up. And then here's the Captain America book I was just talking about, which has been incredibly good. I'm enjoying it, and I really recommend it. Jubilee, one shot, pass on it. X-Men United. I did like Eve Ewing's Exceptional X-Men, so maybe I'll pick up the first issue and see how it goes. Magic and Colossus, yes. Rogue, yes. Cyclops, yes. Inglorious X-Force. I did like the first issue, so I'll probably pick that up. Storm, I'm definitely picking that up. Moonstar, passing. Wade Wilson, Deadpool, I'll be picking that up. Passing on Generation X 23. X-Men 28, I'll be picking this up. Passing on Wolverine here. It's got Hercules right there. That's kind of cool. Uncanny by Gail Simone, I'm picking this up. April Fool's Day, a Deadpool one-shot. Pass. Planet She-Hulk, Nova Centurion, pass on it. Imperial Guardians, pass. Doctor Strange, Wiccan, Sorcerer Supreme, I'll be passing on it. Psylocke, I'm reading that. Psy, another Marvel Rivals book, pass. Deadly Hands of Kunlun, pass. The End, pass. Punisher, absolutely. I'm a big Benjamin Percy fan. I tend to read most of the things that he writes. Spider-Gwen, pass. Black Cat, pass on it. Been incredibly disappointed by this. I really enjoy G. Willow Wilson, her Poison Ivy, and this just hasn't been grabbing me. And I picked up, I think that I dropped it on the second issue. Null, pass. Iron Man, I still got to read the first issue, but chances are I'll be picking it up. Moon Knight, yes. Fantastic Four, yes. Passing on Logan, Black, White, and Blood. These anthologies right here, these Black, White, and Bloods, you know, I always say this, your mileage may vary. You could get one banger story, and the rest of them could be terrible. And also, you can frequently find really good deals on these. These go to the back issue boxes really fast. And if you find, you don't need all four because they're all standalone in each one. So you can get one or two of them for 50% off or whatever your back issue box has them at. Thor, I'll be picking this up. Hulk Smash Everything, yes. Infernal Hulk, yes. Now we are in the facsimiles. Be passing on these, passing on Spider-Man Noir, even though they just showed the trailer today for the Amazon show. Godzilla, pass. Alien, pass. Predator, maybe. I have to see what the first issue is like. Planet of the Apes and Fantastic Four. Definitely picking that up. Star Wars. I'm passing on it. I'm done with the Star Wars stuff in the Marvel Universe. Now we're into the trades. Marvel Fanfare, omnibuses, X-Men omnibus, pass on all this stuff. Amazing Spider-Man, X-Men Age of Krakoa, pass. I'm not picking any of this stuff up. And then you got a couple trade paperbacks right here for the Ultimate Universe. This is probably low-key the best book in the Ultimate Universe that didn't get talked about at all. Ultimate Black Panther. Disappointed that it didn't get as much hype as it should have. Everybody was going goo goo and gaga over Ultimate Spider-Man for some strange reason. Passing on all this. I've got these in single issues. I've got this in the trade paperback upstairs I need to read. Or I got this in singles upstairs I need to read, I mean. Passing on all this stuff right here. Spider-Man Brand New Day trade paperback. More Noir. This is the current Eric Larson miniseries that's out that's been really good. I highly recommend it. Star Wars. Dr. Aphra. Undead Iron Fist. This trade paperback. This was what is this? It's a 4-issue miniseries with a one-shot in there, and it's $18. Bro, come on, man. That's ridiculous. Pass on that. And now we're here into the Epic Collections, or whatever these are called. Pass on all these. Micronauts. I read the first series, or the original Micronaut series. I put it together in a run a handful of years ago, and I feel like it is really incredibly overrated. I don't see the hype about it at all. So that is everything for what Marvel has coming out. Now we'll take a look at what DC has coming out in the month of April. And then from the world of Hush, All-Stars Jeff Lowe and Jim Choon team up for a classic caper starring Batman and Wonder Woman. If this is anything at all like the current Hush, Hush 2, I don't want to have anything to do with that at all. So we've got the next level titles coming out. These are like a new wave of books DC's launching. Zatanna, I'm passing on it. Fury of Firestorm. Possibly. I do like Jeff Lemire. Batwoman, that's going to have Greg Rucka attached to it, so definitely. Deathstroke, pass. Lobo, pass. Although Scotty Young, you know, he probably in hindsight is a smart move for this book. Pass on this book. Batman, Wonder Woman, Truth. Absolute Batman, I'm out on that one. Been out on that for a while. Absolute Superman, yes. Martian Manhunter, no. Wonder Woman, yes. Pass on both of these. Flash and Green Lantern. All in Batman, yes, I'm really into this. This is my favorite Bat book, and also this is the storyline that starts with Poison Ivy being the mayor of Gotham. So I'll be picking up Batman, passing on Nightwing, passing on Batgirl and Catwoman. Superman, I don't know, probably not. Superman Unlimited, yes. Action and Supergirl, yes, I'll be reading those. These books look like they're standing pat for the most part. They're putting Superboy Prime into this, who I'm not a big fan of that character. Justice League Unlimited, I'm passing on this. Someone said that they were having a handful of villains join the Justice League. And just from looking at this cover here, you've got King Shark, Harley Quinn, Harley Quinn, whatever it is. What does it say? The strongest Voices in the Justice League have begun granting amnesty in membership to supervillains, and mutiny is brewing. Ugh. So they're putting supervillains in the Justice League to shore up the ranks. I'm not a big fan of that move, so that's definitely why I'm not picking that up. Justice League Intergalactic Special, pass. Detective. I have been collecting these. I guess I'll get around to reading them at some point. Wonder Woman by Tom King, absolutely. Harley Quinn, pass. Poison Ivy, yes, I'm back on that with her becoming the mayor. Adventures of Superman, Book of L, yes. Harley and Ivy, pass. Batman, Superman, World's Finest, pass. Bizarro by Kevin Smith, definitely pass on that. Green Lantern Corps, pass on both of these. All In Flash, I'll be reading that. Ryan North and Gavin Guidry, I'm here for that. Aquaman, pass. JSA, Year One, yes, I'll be picking this up. New Titans, pass. Swamp Thing, 89, pass. Now we're into the Vertigo stuff. I haven't read any of these yet, so I'll have to see what I like when they debut. But some of the stuff, like Nice House by the Sea, I'm not going to pick that up. I do like Chris Condon. I like him. I think he's a very strong like crime mystery type writer. Bleeding Hearts came out this week, and it has debuted to a lot of acclaim. So I got to get down to the shop and pick mine up. See if I can see if they have a copy to pick up. So I want to see what all the hype's about. Sirens, pass. Batman Static, pass. Batman Green Arrow question, pass. Mad About DC. I think there's a lot of guys that are involved with DC Comics are working on this one. Written and drawn by the usual gang of comic book creators who needed the extra money. Well, that's funny. Looks like Chip Zdarsky's behind this one, so that might actually be worth picking up. He's a pretty funny dude. The facsimiles, pass on those. This is a classic Silver Age Superman cover right here. Supergirl The World, which has creators from all over the globe telling random Supergirl stories. I'll be passing on that. Orion. I think this is in their young adult, tween, whatever that line is that Orion has, or that DC has for that. Lex Luthor, pass. Superman's Good Guy Gang. So this looks like a kid's book with featuring the characters from the movie. That could be cool. The kids, they need a book like this. That's a smart move from DC. Then we're into trade paperbacks. I'll be passing on these. I would like to get a copy of the Batman trade in case Matt Fraction gets back on the con circuit. I could have him sign something. Like I said, I don't normally do. This was a solid mini-series right here. I highly recommend it. I'm not a big fan of new trades anymore. I read so much weekly stuff that most of the time I have it, and trades are not really the value that they used to be. It seems like, it used to be like, a trade was a steal, but now I feel like they've gotten really out of control as far as what's inside, the amount of issues for what they charge. But these compact comics, these have really been taken off. And if I wasn't 50, I would probably get a couple of them. But the print is kind of on the tiny side. We've got some of the collected editions here. Sergeant Rock, you get that good Joe Kubert art. Camelot 3000, very underrated miniseries that I highly recommend. I'll have to do a Flies Under the Radar video about that. And then we got a couple of omnibuses here, milestone stuff, another Justice League omnibus, Supergirl Silver Age omnibus. That Superman Adventures Compendium would be cool to get. Those are pretty fun stories based off the 90s cartoon. And then we've got an ad for AEW right here. And then another one right here on the back. Wow, double down. So that is a look at all the DC books and all the Marvel books coming out for the month of April. If you see anything that you like while you're looking through yours, let your comic book shop know. They'll pull you a copy, and that way you can make sure to get it. So till next time, I will talk to you guys later. Y'all have a good day, and bye-bye.